Let's use the flame marble set. Today's dungeon features 3 rooms, 7 halls, 2 traps, 1 puzzle and 1 combat encounter. The prevailing theme and damage type is 8 poison. The general survival rate is 65%. Today's characters are 6 automatic Garter Velt.
Hey now, what you mean dungeon?
Garter is a middle-aged, copper-scaled, dragonborn man with black horns and blue eyes. He is very tall and stocky, wearing muted priest robes. 8 automatic Quinn Breezily.
Oh, are you sure?
Quinn is a blue-skinned, Air Genasi woman with long, curly, white hair and purple eyes. She is of average height and build, wearing a vibrant circus outfit and striped socks. 9 automatic Rael Ironmont.
Dungeon episode, that sounds cool.
Rael is an anthropomorphic goat with black fur and golden eyes. He is very short and thin with curled horns, tan hooves, and a glowing tattoo on his forehead. 10 automatic Ronald Arnold Donaldson.
What is this place?
Ronald is an elderly, pale-skinned dwarf man with a long gray beard and large eyebrows. He is very short and muscular, wearing antiquated adventuring gear and a vampire cape. Now, let's see if our party can handle the Woemaple Hollow Dungeon. After an hour of squelching through swampland, Rael almost getting swallowed whole by the marsh, Garter spots who they have been looking for. A young woman sits alone, her back to them. Small birds and lizards have gathered to listen to her song. The priest ducks behind a mass of roots, as does Rael.
Spot another alligator?
No, I think I just got a glimpse of your lady.
Leave on? Really?
Yeah, about 100 feet out.
Rael peeks up from their cover. The flautist is perched on a half-sunken boulder, swaying as she pierces the air with her cheery fife. The animals around her seem enraptured. From this angle, Rael can only see a blanket of curly white hair and 2 knees in striped socks. Rael lowers back down and frowns.
Maybe we got the wrong lady? I don't remember Levon ever playing the trumpet.
That's a flute, Rael.
Oh yeah, that neither.
Well, the townsfolk said there was a pretty young woman with fluffy white hair by a big old woemaple tree. I don't know anywhere else we're gonna find all that.
And Levon is a pretty young woman with fluffy white hair. Guess it wouldn't hurt to ask.
Ooh, hold on now, Rael. Ain't Levon also an archdemon that turns people into animals?
Yeah, but she's really nice. Don't you worry.
Rael merrily makes his way over to the flautist's boulder. Garter, baffled, stays in the hiding spot for a bit longer before begrudgingly following. The woman's performance slows to a stop as her audience trickles away, startled by an approaching pair. She turns, jumps, and blinks.
Well, I've seen a lot of things, but a goat walking on 2 legs is surely a first.
I get that a lot.
And you talk, too. How delightful. Is that your friend coming up here?
Garter approaches and nods nervously.
Yeah, great guy, really. Hey, Garter. False alarm. It's not her.
Garter's shoulders relax and he closes the distance with confidence.
Oh, I'm not who?
There's this lady I'm looking for named Levon. She's got hair like yours, but different color eyes.
Ah, well, sorry. I really do hope you find her.
Oh, thanks. Hey, mind if I sit here for a little and listen to you play?
Oh, are you sure? I was just practicing. I'm not very good.
I don't really know a lot about trumpets, but it sounds good to me.
Flutes, Rael. And hey, I wouldn't mind sticking around for a bit too. Maybe even have a lunch.
Well, all right then.
The woman hesitates, a little nervous.
Say, I never caught your name. I'm Quinn, by the way, not Levon, and I know he's Garter, but who are you?
I'm Rael. Rael Einmont.
What a brilliantly musical name. Very well. This next one is for Rael Einmont and Father Garter.
Quinn closes her eyes, raises the fife to her pursed lips, and then suddenly stops, her eyes shooting open.
Oh, crab biscuits, I'm so stupid.
Oh no, what's wrong?
There's a man in there that I needed to go get help for.
Oh, a man where? Slow down now.
Right, so I was coming out here to practice when I saw this man, very short, very well dressed, going to that big tree there. He's been in there for at least 20 minutes and I haven't heard anything.
The three gaze at the ominous charcoal black and green-orange tree looming above them, its branches drooping like a willow, the smell of rot and wet paint seeping from its crusty pores, sap oozing like pus from the cracks of its bark.
He went inside the tree? Was he like a gnome or something?
I don't think nobody living in no Woemaple tree. That thing looked haunted as hell if you ask me.
Oh, well that is a Woemaple, isn't it? Poor man might be dead already then.
Oh no! Why do you think that?
Woemaples produce poisonous sap. Not as strong as nightmare jade, but it's no toy either. 3.5 teaspoons could kill an orc, you know.
That's a oddly specific measurement.
Give or take a teaspoon.
Let's at least check up on him.
Rael dashes over to the base of the towering Woemaple. Quinn and Garter follow. The tree is far more intimidating up close, with a trunk about 90 feet in diameter and massive vines drooping down like jellyfish tentacles. A door has been carved into the trunk, and a little placard stands next to it.
What's this? Woemaple Hollow Dungeon?
Oh, that must be why the townsfolk gave us such good directions. This is some type of attraction.
At least it has an inspection schedule. It's quite a few months old, though.
Hold up. Desmond Johnson inspected this dungeon.
Oh, you know him too?
Yeah, really cool guy. Always super prepared.
Well, looks like I'm part of the popular crowd now.
Quinn and Garter read the placard some more. Rael inspects the door.
Oh, well that's quite dreadful, isn't it? 65% survival rate.
Hold on now. What's that mean? 65%? So that's like... Yeah. That means if 100 people go in, 65 make it out.
Yes, so then if 3 people go in, what's that? Only 2 coming back?
They frown at one another.
Well, nah, 'cause look here. Main element poison. I got a spell that can protect us from that.
Is that so?
Yes, ma'am. And if y'all get hurt or sick, I can heal you right back up.
Brilliant. It also says here that there are only 3 rooms, but 7 halls. How does that work?
Not quite sure. 4 hazard areas, too. Make sure to stay on your guard now.
Hey you guys, I think the door's unlocked.
Rael cautiously nudges the wooden door and it swings inwards a little.
All right then, let's go see if that little man is still alive.
Rael bumps the door open all the way. The 3 are met with a twisting, gnarled stairwell made of old planks and warped roots. It descends into the belly of the earth, filled with warm darkness and an almost alchemical stench.
Blimey, I thought there'd be a little more light down there.
Oh, Garter, you could use your drift globe, right? Remember, like at the brothel?
Quinn raises her eyebrows.
Nah, I traded that in for this amulet a couple towns back. Let's see. I got some candles in my priest pack. Maybe we could light some of those.
Got a few candles myself. If we each hold 2, that's 6. There should be plenty of light.
Oh, I don't have any hands.
He waves his hooves cheerfully.
Right. And one in your mouth would be more bizarre than helpful. I suppose 4 candles will do.
Maybe just 2. We don't know how long we're gonna be in there. Might need some more for later.
The priest and the flautist take a moment to light their candles. Then the group gathers their belongings and descends into the stairwell. Vines and roots hang from the ceiling, slimy with moisture. Darkness squirms at the edge of their candlelight, the flickering orange flames dancing boldly, throwing shadows across the lumpy walls of the now tunnel. Above them, a doorway full of swampy sunlight ascends until it is little more than a small, white rectangle.
No, I'm starting to think this wasn't the best idea.
Oh, come on, Garter. We'll be fine.
At the base of the stairs, they find another door, partially cracked. Candlelight reveals a large chamber 30 feet across, made entirely of roots and dirt. Quinn spots a visitor guest book on a pedestal, with slightly old parchment and ink.
Oh, look. They've got a little log.
A little log inside a tree? Girl, what you talking about?
It's a cute little guest book to sign our names.
Can't write either.
Oh, don't worry, I'll write our names down. Do you have a surname, Garter?
Vale.
Rael Mont, Garter Veld, and Quinn Breezely. And a couple of hearts and stars for good measure.
Is that little man's name on there? I'm trying to keep this as quick as possible.
I can't tell. These entries are like chicken scratch.
Alright now, let's hurry up and find them then.
Garter nervously shuffles, waiting for someone else to make the first move. Rael, despite having no candles, picks up on this and trots up to the next door. This one is heavy and black, made of wood that gleams in the flickering candlelight.
Hold up, Rael. I think now might be a good time to put up the poison protection.
Sounds good to me.
Smart thinking.
Garter waves his hand thrice, and each time, a faint cloak of rainbows stitches itself together from the halos of the candles, wrapping itself around a party member. When the spells are complete, that pungent odor seems to be less present.
Alright now. Those won't no cheap spells, so don't be running around here getting hurt and carrying on. I can only heal you but so much.
Sure thing, Garter. And thanks.
Yes, thank you.
Garter smiles to himself as Rael nudges the door open. Candlelight spills on a collapsed figure, a nigh ancient dwarven corpse lying in a heap at the goat's feet. Right as the sight registers and panic begins to arise, the figure stirs.
What? Oh, hey there, guys. Long time no see.
The group looks at one another in confusion.
Oh, I don't believe we've met before. Is he another one of your friends, Rael?
Hopefully in the near future, but I can't say I recognize him.
Could you refresh us on your name, sir? Oh, thank goodness you guys don't know me either. That would have been mad awkward. Anyways, I'm Ronald Arnold Donald Sheen, all yous, baby. What's with the candles?
The party looks around. They are in a hallway of twisting roots and dirt-packed stone. Tiny mushrooms sprout from the walls in areas, glowing faintly green like fireflies in the humid darkness.
I don't know about you, bub, but it's pretty dark in here to us.
What? You noobs don't have dark vision?
Dark vision? You can see in the dark?
Oh, lordy, what do we have here?
Ronald closely regards the party.
A furry, a scaly, and a woman. Of course that'd be my first team out of retirement. I never had good luck anyways. Here, take a torch. Imagine needing a light source to see, Lamau.
Ronald tosses Garter a torch from his bag. He and Quinn use their candles to light it. Vibrant flame roils up the torch's crown, sending out bright pulses of red-orange that fill the hallway.
You fight Dragonborn? You tanky? Got some size to you. Probably breathe some fire, too. Garter. And no, I'm a priest. And it's acid, not fire. You alright, by the way? I can heal you up if you're hurt. Oh, Healbot, that's actually pretty useful. And no thanks on the heals. I'm good right now. How about you, Furry? What's your lane?
My name is Rael, and I'm a martial artist. But, I'm gonna try not to hit folks so much. Last time I did, the guy died in a brothel fire.
The same brothel with the drift globe?
Long story. And we don't have time for it. We're already losing daylight. No, wait. That's right, I have dark vision.
We're also indoors.
Yes, I know that, Jessica. No, Megan. Ruby? No. Probably, Kim.
Quinn. Really close on that last one, though.
Right, Quinn was going to be my third guess. Why are you here, Ronald? Wouldn't really figure an old man.
Garter pauses and squints suspiciously. With the guidance of the divine majesty lighting his path, he cannot sense any undead nearby.
Wouldn't really figure an old man, who somehow ain't no zombie, would be wandering around in a place like this. I'm not just any old man. I'm a monster hunter.
Oh, that's really cool.
You know it. Now, enough chit-chat. You youngsters help me clear this dungeon and we'll go a quarter each on the loot. Also, heads up, I already forgot your names.
The dwarf takes off down the hallway without them, dipping into the darkness at the far end of the torchlight.
He's quite the bloke, isn't he?
Well, I think he's neat.
I do not understand why everybody keeps thinking I can breathe fire.
The three of them creep further into the dungeon, illuminating a door to the left, a door to the right, and a third door at the end of the hallway. Ronald stands before it, tapping his foot impatiently.
And I thought I was supposed to be the old guy. Come on now, you know good and well we can't see past about 30 feet. Skill issue, anyways. I'm feeling like we should speedrun this bad boy instead. Was thinking this would be a fun solo trip, but apparently I'm babysitting. Mind if we just keep going straight?
Well, if I remember correctly, there are 3 rooms and 7 hallways, so we're bound to get the okie doke in quite a few places.
There's also 4 hazard areas, whatever that means. We'll be fine. Just keep up and don't lick anything. Woemaple sap will put you on your hiney. Goes for you too, furry.
Yes, sirree.
Ronald knocks an arrow into his longbow, shoulders open the door, and spins through into the next chamber.
Gone, farn it!
What's wrong?
Garter and Quinn rush through the door after the goat. They enter a hallway with a door off to the right and yawning darkness unilluminated on the left.
Can't go straight anymore. There's a bend off there on the left. We could take that or do the door. My vote's the door. Never really liked bending. I'm feeling doors too. That bend is looking real creepy.
I mean, if you want, I can go around the bend and take a look.
You need a torch for that, remember?
Oh, phooey.
Curly's right. Best we stick together. Let's roll.
Ronald starts off and the party follows. Behind this next door is a high-ceiling chamber. Off to their right is another wooden door. Ahead of them is a heavy stone door with a lever nearby, and to their left is a massive set of bronze gates, covered with crawling vines and glowing runes. The forest designs along its face spiral and culminate at an empty square slot in its middle.
What a pretty door.
Well, hot damn, that was quick.
What, did we finish already?
No, but the end of the dungeon is definitely behind that sucker. You learn these things after a couple centuries. Looks like there's a big key or something that goes in there. Probably not in this room. We're gonna have to backtrack or start searching.
Oh, wait, I've got an idea. I could create a key with a little bit of music from my fife here. That's like my whole thing, music magic.
Well, that's super neat, Quinn.
Oh, quit it. It's nothing much, really.
Don't bother. We don't know what the real key looks like, and whenever you try to mess with doohickeys like this one, that's when they start throwing traps at you. I'm not trying to get ratioed by a literal door.
Quinn deflates.
You're right. It probably would have gotten in the way.
Hey, it was still a good idea, though.
The flautist gives the goat a small smile.
Cringe. Anyways, somebody want to try that door, or is it safe to say we're going through the wooden one?
Ronald points at the stone door with the lever. The alchemical smell, even dampened by Garter's protection, is far stronger here. The roots of the ceiling above this door are significantly moister and more haggard. There is a large, cone-shaped stain on the ground before it. Garter notices that it isn't a stain, but rather, shriveled and blackened ground. A skeletal arm hangs from the lever, its hand forever frozen around it.
Nah, we good.
Agreed.
Yep. So, the wooden door's next, Ronald?
Pretty sure, since it faces the way we came in. Probably best to circle around to the front. Start coming through that way.
Ronald foots open the door and raises his bow, then lowers it.
Yep. This one has a bend. It'll probably lead us back to the main hallway.
The party follows Ronald out of the gate room and into the cramped side hall, which is less of a hall and more of a mildly parted tangle of vines burrowing through the dirt. It seems to narrow as they progress.